Well, I got some good news and I got some bad news. Good news is I finally finished. Got 14 1x18s, 26 foot long. That'll more than cover those two 25 foot long walls, 10 foot high. That'll more than cover them. And I have a 3-inch slab that I can make a lot of benches out of. From here to there takes me about 3 to 4 minutes. Just like with that pine I was saying the other day, it took me about 1.5 to 2 minutes. This is going to take me about 3 to 4 minutes from end to end. You'll probably be able to see that in some of the very few cuts that I can show because the camera wasn't working half the time. The bad news is laying right here. I've got 4 slab cuts and 1 wasted cut. 4 slab cuts, 4 minutes a piece, 16 minutes of slabs. The last one, at least I think it was the last one, I misjudged on the end, and I should have went to the end and figured out where I could come out at, and I didn't. It was raining. I was just trying to get through it. I hung up about 6 inches from the end, so I had to get the chainsaw out, and it went downhill from there. I raised the saw up too high to try to get over it, and I tore the gas line in two for about the 3rd time now. Had to saw this off, had to get that off. Come back, put the gas line on. First cut, I hit a rock or a bolt or something about 3/4 of the way down there. Well, I don't want to change the blade midstream because a foot further I might hit another bolt. So I had to go slow, then change the blade, then cut that off. That's the piece, that's the wasted piece with the dull cut. So it's going to be a little bit wavy. Change the blade, come back. So this morning I came out here with 20 minutes worth of sawdust slinging time laying right here. It took me a whole day, and I worked, almost all day. In less than an hour I cut all these boards. So it might look like I had a lot of productivity until you look over here. Dang day laying right there. I've only been working 1.5 hours today. But there's a whole day's worth that's got to be tacked on to it. It's hard to tell without seeing everything, and unfortunately here you can't. Oh, that's another good thing. These batteries, they only last an hour, so you don't get to see hardly none of all that darn nonsense I was going through. I'll put as much as I can on there, but that's why you need to see the whole deal, end to end. Put the log on there, all of it. Even stickering and stacking, nailing it up or whatever. Because it might look like I was real productive this morning. I was. Till you know yesterday, look a whole day and I only got 5 cuts. But I'm done now. Time to move on to something more exciting. Like maybe mixing a pallet full of sackcrete or something. But it'll be something.